clock? Oh, you already know what it is, man. Ooh and Jay, they coming through. Straight no chaser. Straight from the hip.
Straight from the hip, don't need no script, just need a microphone. My man Coach Boo gon' take you to the entertainment zone. They got the stats of this and that to keep this show on point. And when we're done, we have some fun and rock this funky joint. So if you will, sit back and chill, give us a chance to show ya. If one of y'all would like to call, we'll talk just like we know ya. We take control, then start the roll, and then there ain't no stopping. It's time to dip straight from the hip. Hey, yo, let's get it poppin'.
Hello, everybody. It's your host, Travis, from Straight from the Hip. On today, Monday, June 29th, year of our Lord, 2020.
There you go. There it is.
I'm getting it there, Coach. How's everybody doing today? Coach?
I'm making it. It's going to be an interesting day.
Yeah,
I like to talk about on the show. Some of the worst people I know we got to talk about on the show today.
Jason, how about you?
I'm good, man. I'm kind of fired up today. I'm excited about this show. We did that pre-production, and I got kind of giddy about these topics because I feel like I'm about to unleash today.
I hear you. Gerald Boo Mitchell's favorite quarterback, good old Cam Newton, getting signed with the New England Patriots. So I'll start with Coach, and what do you got to say about this?
Here's my thing. You know that Cam ain't a favorite of mine, but I will say this. I feel like he was being done unjustly. I feel like there are a lot of other players out there, quarterbacks not as good as him. He deserves to be in the league. I just think this is a very interesting marriage with him going to the Patriots, because I just can't think of a team and a player that are farther distance as far as what we believe to be the things that they believe in. You know, the Patriots are all about no nonsense. You know, Belichick, tight rope, short rope, tight ship, all that other stuff. And Cam Newton is just the antithesis of that. So I just think we need to pay attention to what's going to happen in this marriage here. Go in there with your rompers and all that other stuff and see what that does for you. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here.
Go ahead, Big J.
Yeah, I'm not the hugest Cam fan, but I like the fit. And I say I like the fit in the sense that I believe near the end of Brady's run, they were trying to become more of a power running team. Well, you got another running back playing quarterback now, so you got the power run game on lock now. Also, I think the Patriots' offensive line pass blocking isn't as great as it has been in years. So you get a mobile quarterback that can kind of help the line a little bit. And for all the negatives with Cam, we can admit one thing about Cam, that he does make big plays and he is explosive in the offense. That's the one thing the Patriots are lacking, are big plays and explosiveness. So I think by bringing him in, you get that aspect back. But also on another level of it is that, like Coach said, this is Cam's chance at redemption. If Belichick can't fix you, no one can.
I'll say this. I think that, and I'll go so far as to say that I believe that this could possibly, open a window for Cam to make it to the Hall of Fame. Because he has stuff already like MVP. He's been the MVP of the league. Let him mess around and win a Super Bowl, because a lot of people say that Super Bowl is needed, by a quarterback to get into the Hall of Fame. And so, like I said, I think that this might be it for him if he will go ahead and, acquiesce to what the organization's going to ask him to do, both on and off the field. And then this could be his ticket.
Okay. And I see we do have a question here, so I'm going to get you guys' thoughts on it real quick. What do you guys think of the contract that he signed? I believe it's 1 year. I'm trying to find the exact numbers. I believe I saw $7.5 or $8 million around there. I think a lot of it is incentive-wise, driven.
Well, what do I think about it? Obviously, I don't think it's enough because, I think he is in the upper echelon of quarterback. What is Dak Prescott gonna make this year? 31.4 million.
Mhm.
So
Hold on. Last week you just said you take Dak over Cam, so you can't compare their salaries now.
I would, but my whole point is that there's a big difference between 31 and 7. And whereas Dak is better than Cam, he ain't that much better than Cam.
Okay, so real quick.
$24 million better than Cam. That was the point I was trying to make.
Man, that contract ain't nothing. Robert Kraft blow that in Florida beauty salons and all that, so it ain't nothing, man.
Ain't no doubt.
Oh yeah. Well, you just brought up Dak, so we're gonna go to everyone's favorite game real quick. We're gonna play the name game again. So I got a list here of some of our favorite quarterbacks.
That's scary. If it's some of your favorite quarterbacks.
I said our favorite quarterbacks, not mine.
Andy Dalton's one of your favorite quarterbacks.
No, not anymore. And for anyone that's not familiar with it, I think most people are. I'm just going to say the quarterback name. Coach and Jason are going to say who they would rather take. So we're going to go from here. Number one, the guy who's replacing Cam Newton for Carolina, Teddy Bridgewater.
I'll go first. Give me Cam on that.
I got to think about that one now. Because here's the deal. Bridgewater's young. And Bridgewater he ain't cut the teeth yet. So a young
Bridgewater ain't won nowhere he been except for New Orleans.
I know, but I'm just saying that's a close one right there.
Oh, Lord.
But I'm going to give Cam the nod. I'm going to give him the nod.
Okay. Number two, the former backup for the Patriots, Jimmy G.
Oh, shit.
I'm about to say give me Cam. It pains me, but I'm going to say give me Cam. It pains me, but I'm going to give me Cam.
It doesn't pain you near as much as it pains me. But I ain't a Jimmy G fan. I would take Cam over Gigolo Jimmy anytime.
Okay.
Hey, Cam would have made that post play to win the Super Bowl, so I'm going to take Cam.
Okay. Yeah. Number three, Tom Brady.
Man, get out of here. Give me Brady. I'll take old Brady over Cam.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take Brady 3 years from now over Cam. I'll take the Brady 3 years from now over the Cam now.
Okay.
Let me be clear on that.
Next one, Matt Ryan. Who are you taking?
Oh.
Coach. We'll start with Coach first on this one.
You know what? Hold on, man. Let me flip this invisible coin. Hell, give me Cam.
Oh, okay.
I can't take Matt Ryan. I just can't. I can't take Matt Ryan.
I'm going with Matt Ryan on that one, man. I can't hate on Matty Ice that much now.
Okay.
Oh my God, that's awful.
I got two more here. One is one that isn't in the league right now, but could be coming back. Colin Kaepernick. Who would you take?
Cam.
Look, and here's my thing. Listen, all you guys out there who are Colin Kaepernick people, and listen, great social injustice, all that. But I never really cared for him as a quarterback. I just didn't. Now that I think he's better than some in the league, I still do, and he's better than some that's in the league. But is he better than Cam? I don't think so. I think I would take Cam. I like Cam much better as a runner, and I know a lot of Cam's game is running. But right. I would have to go ahead and go with Cam.
I mean, Kaepernick is Cam Newton light, pretty much. I mean,
like
if you want the diet version,
real light, extra light.
And last but not least, we're going to go with who do we think is going to win the Patriots battle, Cam or Garrett Stidham?
Oh shit!
Come on, man, Cam.
Man, come on, Travis. Listen, Travis. This is why I don't like. This is why I don't like doing this. Cause see, y'all have some people like that, and that just mess up the game. That mess up the game for everybody. I mean, why would you even put him and Stidham? Stidham. How many NFL snaps has Stidham had?
Not many, if any.
If any. That's my whole point. I mean, that's why I don't like playing this game with y'all, because y'all throw somebody in there like that. And, I mean, the whole game was sketchy to me. I mean, just be truthful about it. Because all of them that you really had are sitting right there. It's like, the bottom of the dumpster. It's like, you know, are you gonna get the cupcake over there that's got Dodo on it, or are you gonna get the Chitlin Juice on the bottom? I mean,
I got one for you, Coach. Carson Wentz or Cam Newton, Coach? Who you take?
Ooh, Jay,
I think that's a good one.
That's a good one right there. And you know what? Only because I'm a hater, I'm gonna go with Carson Wentz.
And the last one, Lamar Jackson or Cam Newton?
You know what?
Oh, you better not. I was with you with that. You better not.
Ooh.
You better not.
Absolutely not. No.
No,
way.
I as much as it pains me, I'd have to take Cam. You gotta take Cam.
What?
I mean, Cam is.
Wait, what?
Travis, for real.
Come on.
Travis, so we gonna do this again.
Yeah.
Travis, bless your heart. I mean, where's your wife at, Travis? Call your wife in there. Travis, that's just dumb.
TV.
Why are you gonna take Lamar Jackson over Cam Newton?
He's Cam Newton, but better. He's the same guy, but he's better.
Oh my God, that's awful. That is awful. Cam Newton is a much better thrower than Lamar Jackson. Much better.
By what? By 1 percentage point?
Oh my God, y'all are awful. Y'all ought to be ashamed of yourself. Y'all need to be ashamed of yourself. That is horrible. I can't believe y'all gonna take Lamar Jackson over Cam Newton.
Cam coming off a shoulder injury and knee injury.
And I don't even like him.
For a healthy Lamar Jackson.
You know I ain't like Cam. I mean, I know Cam. I mean, I'm like around Cam in 7-on-7 season every year. I see him all the time.
Good.
And I ain't like him. But I ain't gonna take Lamar Jackson over him. Y'all need to stop that.
Oh, here's a better question. I know we're gonna go off script a little bit.
Yep.
Coach, what quarterback would you take Lamar Jackson over?
Who's the quarterback for, let's say, the Tennessee Titans?
Ryan Tannehill.
Okay, Tennessee Titans. What about Jacksonville Jaguar?
Gardner Minshew.
Yep, keep going. Okay, that's two. I can do that with the Cleveland Browns.
Baker Mayfield.
Who's the quarterback for Cleveland?
Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, okay, you know I'm taking him over him. Who's the quarterback for Cincinnati?
Joe Burrow.
Okay, there you go. That's 4 of them so far.
Okay.
I mean, that's my whole point.
So what you got Lamar Jackson mid-tier then?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No doubt. He's going to be mid-tier because it's that sorry-ass quarterbacks in the league right now. Yeah. I mean, there's probably at least 8 to 10 horrible quarterbacks that you can name just like that. Who the hell is the quarterback in Denver right now?
Drew Lock.
Thank you. Give me Lamar. I mean, that's my whole point. I could do that with just about the whole league. You know it. You know, who is the jackass up there with the Jets? Who is he?
Darnold.
There you go. Give me Lamar. I mean, that's my whole point. We can sit here and do this. I could do that, and I guarantee he'll wind up somewhere around the middle.
Travis, lead us into another topic because I'm over.
We're gonna move on. We may be doing next week Lamar Jackson, name game. So that may be what we're doing. Next topic.
Oh, we're gonna talk about his favorite movies or something. Because if it's about him being a quarterback, we're wasting our time.
Straight from the hip, man. Them boys good, man. Them boys is good.
We have is the Atlanta Dream co-owner had come out and made a statement about what's going on here in Atlanta and was quoted as saying that these protests are under a mob mentality due to some of the protesters having guns. And specifically, she was referencing the African Americans with guns and their mob mentality. So I wanted to kind of get your guys' thoughts on that. Coach, I'll start with you first on this one. And, what's going on here?
I think she is my prime candidate for Jackass of the Week is what I think. That's number one. I mean, why is it that people who are, what happened to handlers? You used to have people like handlers who would talk to people that were running for Congress or people that were trying to be the head coach of a team or people that were trying to get a position as a franchise, face of the franchise. They'd have somebody always in their ear talking to them saying, hey, don't say something stupid like don't give black people guns, because if you do, that'd be like having mob rule. I mean, why would you running for Congress say something so stupid? I mean, who is your handler? I mean, how can I apply for that position? I mean, if you are that dumb to let your person, your candidate, go out and say something like that, and now it's in print everywhere. I'm sure she's trying to backtrack and do this and another. I mean, horrible, horrible things, especially in today's climate.
Yeah, no, I mean, I know a couple of weeks ago we talked about Jake Fromm, and he made comments about how only rich, elite white people should have guns and no one else. We got to realize in America, it is a bad history in America with black people having guns and how the Second Amendment only seems to work for whiteness. Now, I'm not saying black people cannot get guns, but it seems that it's always been a factor that when black people do take up arms, things change and laws change. I mean, the biggest one people remember is when the Black Panthers went to the California State House. This is when Reagan was governor, had their long rifles and everything. And then a month later, the laws changed about having long rifles. I would challenge anybody that wants to learn more about that. Read the book. I believe it's called Negroes with Guns. It talks about the history with, it's Negroes and the Gun, excuse me. And it's by Nicholas Johnson. It talks about the history of black people in America when it comes to the Second Amendment and guns. And then it is a book called Negroes with Guns that talks about the Black Panther movement. I believe that's by Robert Williams. I have to check, but don't hold me to that. But it's called Negroes with Guns. Actually, that book is the book that inspired Huey Newton, who was the founders of the Black Panther, to take up arms and to be kind of quote unquote community protection. So we've always had a weird history with this. So it does not surprise me in this era where I think more races are being exposed more than anybody, that somebody will come out and say that and be in a position where they could probably be in power and control systems and policies that can affect people. So I'm not surprised. It's just another one, another coal in the fire, I guess.
Well, and the interesting thing is she, in running for senator last year, she's pro-gun.
Turned anti-gun. She turned anti-black people with gun.
She's
still pro-gun.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Straight from the hip, man, you know what it do. This show for the fans, so it's made for you.
Next thing we're going to talk about is something that I think is a good look, and that is the state of Mississippi has decided to change their state flag. And there was a big support and movement from universities and college in the state of Mississippi.
I agree. I mean, it's time. All the Confederate stuff, it's time to go. Put it in the museum, put it in the history books, and make sure you teach the proper history of the Confederacy. That's part of the issue why these monuments and these flags are still being flown now. But the Mississippi flag, I mean, Mississippi is one of the bedrocks, that in Alabama, of a lot of institutionalized racism, Jim Crow, and et cetera from back in that era. It's good to see our athletes use their kind of quote unquote political muscle by affecting the pockets of rich people and saying, hey, you're not going to get us on that field under that flag until you change that flag. It's a nasty history with that. And I mean, I'm all for it all being in museums, but you can't keep having these structures that remind people of oppression and then think everything's going to be fine and we're going to live in this non-racial society where there's no racism when you remind us with a flag or a monument. So good riddance.
Absolutely.
Yeah. My thing is, I want everybody on the show, I know everybody muted, just raise your hand if you have any desire to go to Mississippi. Who wants to go to Mississippi? I mean, dude, I used to cry every time we had to go to Mississippi. When I was at Vanderbilt, we had to go play Ole Miss at Ole Miss or wherever that other hellhole is, Oxford, that they took you into to play. Dude, just awful. I mean, people spitting on you and all that stuff. And I mean, when you fix your mouth to spit on somebody, especially somebody you don't even know who never done anything to you or whatever, that goes to show what kind of people are in Mississippi. And only the other couple times I've been to Mississippi, I think I was headed to Kansas or somewhere out west or something, and I think we were going to be riding through like just a little piece of Mississippi on the interstate. I drove 120 miles an hour. I wanted to get the hell out of there as fast as I could. I didn't want to be in Mississippi no longer than I had to be. And I mean, that's just kind of state it is anyway. I'm glad to see if there can be something done to improve on that or whatever the case may be, change the flag. But, you know, I mean, they're changing it because they have to. And I mean, that's the whole thing about it. It's not that they want to. And you know as well as I do, I mean, the flag makers in Mississippi are making more flags today than they've ever made, because there's going to be several jackasses out there that are going to stock up on them because they're not going to change that flag, and they're still going to have them at the little KKK meetings they have privately and all that stuff, because you know they're having them. Wait a minute. Who thinks they're not still having KKK meetings in Mississippi?
I ain't got no comment on that.
Come on now, we know that one. We know they're having them. And then there's people that we know who probably going to those meetings. So I'm just telling you, I mean, at the end of the day, it's still going to go on regardless. But at the end of the day, hooray for Mississippi if they're taking that off their flag. I want to say hooray to the athlete from Mississippi State, the running back, who said, I'm not playing under that flag this year.
His last name is Hill. He's a running back from Mississippi State, and he came out and said, I will leave this university and leave the state of Mississippi if the flag is not changed.
La da 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 da. Straight from the hip.
Next topic I want to talk about, next segment. We have a new segment here called Punt It or Bunt It. And what it's going to be is I'm going to talk, just make a one-sentence statement or comment about something that's going to go on. And Coach and Jason, you guys just say if it's something, if it's nothing, okay?
Come on.
First one on the list is the Patriots punishment that they just received. They're going to lose a third-round pick, I believe $1.2 million, and they cannot film NFL teams this year.
I'll bunt it on that one. I'll take a little shot at it. I'm just going to say this. $1.1 million is like a now later to these NFL owners. I mean, seriously, that's no money. I mean, I know it might sound like a lot. And same thing with a third-round draft pick. It might sound like, that ain't a big hit either.
Punting.
Okay. The Lions have a new owner.
Yeah, they do have a new owner. I'll bunt on that one. All it is the old lady who owned them, and I don't even know her name, but I mean, she's like 193 years old or something like that. I think when she had trouble blowing out the candle at her last birthday party, they decided she needed to give the team up to her daughter. But it's still in the same family.
I'm a bunt on this one too. I mean, the Detroit Lions are the NFC Browns. I mean, so it can't get no worse. So, I mean, let's see what she do.
Johnny Manziel says he doesn't want to come back to play football.
No, I'm going to start here. I'm punting because I really don't care. So I'm just going to punt because of that.
Is this not the biggest? I'll bunt on this one. Is this not the biggest so what story of the day? I mean, when I saw that come across the bottom line, I'm like, I forgot all about Johnny Manziel. I mean, the only thing that we can remember about Johnny Manziel that's of any kind of let's remember is the fact that he got drafted by the damn Cleveland Browns.
The Iowa football scandal with the running back.
I'll bunt on this one. I'm glad he had the courage to finally speak up and put him on blast if nobody knows. One of the running backs that felt that he was completely racially victimized in Iowa finally posted and spoke out about it. Shout out to him. I mean, sharing his story.
Yeah, dude, I'm interested. So I'll bunt on this. I'm interested to see what's going to happen with the coach. I mean, I just don't know how many bullets, Coach Ferentz can dodge. I mean, he already had to, let go of his strength coach. And, I mean, that's huge for an organization when they have to let go of the strength coach. Normally, the next head is going to roll because the next person that spends more time with those kids is the head coach. Understand this, the assistant coaches, they're always on the road recruiting. And the head coach has to go with them every now and then for the big fish out there to bring them in. But at the end of the day, the person who spends the most time with the team are the head coach and the strength coach. And they already fired the strength coach.
Okay. The next one, NBA players. There are certain NBA players that are choosing to sit out of this restart. Punt it or bunt it?
I'm a bunt on this one, and I can't blame them for doing it, but I guess for me, I think the weird thing of the situation would be if I or you or us, we were told that we had to report back to work, and I guess it's odd for someone to get the option to decide not to go and report back to work. That's just my thoughts.
And I believe they're still getting paid if they don't come back too.
Yep, correct.
Yeah, I'll bunt on this one too, just to say that, I'm not quite convinced to come back to the NBA and watch, but because it's going to be such a little short season, I think it will be interesting and to see, because everybody's saying the Lakers kind of have a leg up on everybody, to see if LeBron's going to be able to get him another one before he goes out.
Okay, and last one that we got on this segment here. Netflix has come out and said they're going to do a 6-part series on Kaepernick. Punt it or bunt it?
I'm a punt on this one. I'm going to let Coach have this one. I'm punting.
I'll go ahead and bunt, and all I'm going to say is this. I don't know what in the hell you're going to do with a 6-part series with Kaepernick. I mean, what are you going to talk about? I mean, is it going to be more about how he grew up and where he grew up? And because if it's going to be on ESPN or Netflix or whatever, how much of it's going to actually have to do with sports? Because I don't think that there's much to do in the way of sports. I think that he was probably to me, he definitely a middle tier quarterback. He right along there with Lamar Jackson and
oh God,
some of those other guys we mentioned. Keeping it real.
With that, we're going to go with Jackass of the Week.
Jackass of the week.
Jason, I'll start with you.
Oh, I never got one. I respect all people and love everybody. So.
Oh, okay. Okay. Coach, the floor is yours.
I'm telling you right now, my Jackass of the Week, it's several that could be out there. Jerry Jones could be a Jackass of the Week because he still hadn't said anything yet. So we got him on blast. The lady from the Atlanta Dream, she definitely out there on blast. Could be another one. I don't understand why these people out there running their mouths and saying things. Why not just be quiet? Isn't there something about, they say it's better be perceived as being a fool and keep your mouth closed than open your mouth and remove all doubt? Why are people saying stuff? Just shut up. I would love to see a shirt out there for all these politicians that says, just shut up. Because a lot of times you can go to office just by waving, just like this right here. That's all you got to do.
Well, we can make that shirt on Straight from the Hip.
Yeah.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Just shut up. That's what I'm saying. Okay. But anyway, folks, we got to get out of here. I see we under 1 minute. Yep. And my mama likes when I say goodbye to her. So I got to say, good night, Miss Francis.
Straight from the Hip. If you know anything about me, I'm just a regular fashionista. So I know you see this nice, beautiful shirt I got on. I brought that from the Straight from the Hip store with Teespring. Guys, go on down there, check it out. We are finally selling merchandise. We got shirts, tank tops, the whole 9 yards. Heck, we even got black man pillows, black man socks. You want to go to the beach this weekend? Take a black man towel with you. Please, look at this adorable face. You think she will lie to you? She's telling you, look how comfortable she looks in that picture. But please, check out our merch store, support us, join us, become part of the Straight from the Hip crew and nation. We're building something great here, and now you can get beautiful shirts to show us that you're part of the crew. And I can't wait to be at the beach with my black man towel.